Hey everybody, welcome as we get into this game. I am going to flat out say this is going to be my last cast. My throat is killing me. Well, let me see, what time is it now? It's almost 2 p.m. I started casting before 9 o'clock today, so I'm at the 5-hour mark today. I had 17 hours in the last 3 days. It's my 17th hour casting. That is too much. There's definitely too much yelling yesterday. My god, the games yesterday were incredible. I might as well just tell you guys what the good games were yesterday. There's a ton of them. There was Druby. There was Druby versus Dignitas-Merz was an amazing TVT, really unique TVT. There was Everrise versus LG-IM.First, was also really an amazing game, TVZ, long. And then there's a great series between Mouse Mana as well as T-Gun. Their series was incredible, and there was one game of Quantic State versus Liquid Chef that was absolutely amazing. That was the best PvZ I've seen in probably 2012, all of 2012, maybe even more. It might be my best PvZ I've ever seen. I don't know. It was that good. It was incredibly amazing game. I don't want to say anything, but I will tell you this: it was long, and it was amazing. Just go see it. But now we're in a PvP. It's our first PvP of the day, and I actually think the first PvP in a fair while. We're having LG-IM.First, the yellow Protoss in the bottom left, going up against Creator.Prime, the red Protoss in the top right. So Creator is actually kind of known for his PvT, where he has that whole Creator.Prime style. You go for double forge, you go for a really strong late game, and you have Colossi, double upgrades, Templar fairly quickly, and you're really stable. I remember I casted one game of him just through a replay of him versus Jinro, and he did the exact build, the Creator.Prime build, and it worked amazingly well. He's so patient and is really good at getting that proper engagement when it's beneficial for him. First, as we actually seen earlier today, and he was incredibly impressive, throwing down some amazing games. He actually, wait, was he took out? No, he took out Terran. It's a Terran. He took out some Terran player. I don't remember who his name was. Sound. He took out Startel Sound. There you go. Took out Startel Sound. And I did that without anybody in the chat. No one's even responding to me in the chat when I say that. Ah, well, doesn't matter. This is just a friendly, relaxed game. Because to be honest, I really don't think I should be yelling just for literally. I don't want to have an M Shadow situation and need surgery on my throat. I wonder if anybody got that reference. I hope you do. It's good music stuff. Alright, so Prime Representative Creator has gone ahead and thrown down a third pylon, so he's not forward gating. He's got double gas, so he's really not forward gating. Plus, he doesn't have. Actually, there's a lot of chrono out there. He, what's he gonna use this chrono for? Chrono out sentries, maybe? Go for some kind of weird tech. We've got a 2-gate opener from First. He's going to end up actually chronoing out his own warp gate. He has a robo on the way now, so he's going to start out 2-gate robo. He could use this for an expansion. He'll have a very quick 2 warp gate. It'll help him a lot in terms of defense. He can get out a good count of. Sentries to help him defend it while getting out Immortals. That's a really solid way to hold an early third. You can throw it down literally at the moment after if 4-gate would have hit you, because then you know you're safe, you're not going to get 4-gated. But if you look at the scouting and what First has seen, he's seen nothing. He hasn't moved out at all. He's basically banking that his opponent is not cheesing, because as far as proxies or cannon rushes go, Prime Creator could have just moved over and just destroyed him. But we do see that there's a robo now down for Creator. He actually ended up using his chrono for getting out a couple of those probes down. But with this gateway and robo here, we see actually basically a mirrored thought process to the build, except with a third get out from First, and he's got a lot more units out, so he's really going to go for a big push with this, it seems. He doesn't have any proxy pylon presence. He does have a probe that's going to move along, and I would get the natural expansion or proxy. Yeah, looks like we can go for a proxy. He's got an observer. Will be able to get himself his first level of scouting. It's so weird to see that there's no scouting at all from First. He's basically either metagaming Creator, thinking Creator is going to play for the late game, or he's just got this really risky style where he's like, I don't care if I lose early game. I want to get to the late game of Protoss because I'm so much better with that stage. But as of right now, neither player is throwing down too much other tech, except for the robotics bay that's thrown down by First. So he's going to go for a 1-base Colossus with a 3 gateway thing. And there's a couple ways he can do this. We see him getting out 2 Immortals, which makes you think he's going to do a very, very annoying push. You get 2 Immortals and a single Colossus, no extended thermal lance, and you just bowl the front with those. You couple force fields, and it just is devastatingly hard to know what to target fire. Hard to really micro against it and control it, especially when you're going for an expansion like Creator is. It can be incredibly, incredibly worrisome. But if we can see Immortals crawling out from Creator, he might be able to pick off the Colossus rather quickly, and then if he can get some Zealot Sentry, and he should be able to then force us behind the Immortals. He just has to kill the Colossus to make sure the forces will actually be able to stay. But there we got the 2 Immortals, there we have the Colossus coming down, and notice there's not even close to enough to get this extended thermal lance researched. But there's a proxy pylon down here on the right. It's not the closest thing, but it is still a very accessible area, because just warp it in this little spot and you go whoop, and you're right into the natural expansion of your opponent. It can allow for some good engagements. It's also not usually scouted or taken out because it's kind of out of the way of the natural expansion, because the other common spots to throw the pylon is kind of over here. So you got these 2 common areas that are very far apart, and it makes it hard to spend energy to go to find them and actually make it beneficial that will allow you to win. But here we have the push starting across the field. We do have the Zealot, Sentry, Stalker, Immortal, and there's probably 1 Colossus lagging behind. There's that Colossus. So it's the Colossus pushing forward. There we see an attack down there started. Really smart move. He doesn't want the sentries to get their force fields along this one side choke, but Creator is fully aware of this push. He sees it all. He's even got an observer in this mix. But I don't think he's seen the... oh, he has seen the robotic space. Okay, so he's seen the robotic space, so he knows that this kind of a push is most likely coming. He's got great spread. He's holding a really, really smart spot. And here we have First going to be engaging up front. He's actually got the Colossus in the front. That's actually a really vulnerable position. There we have probes now being pulled. The Colossus is going to stay alive and move forward. Creator.Prime is actually doing a nice job of microing staying back, but we see he's down to 2 Immortals, and we have the Colossus continuing to engage. My Colossus have 2 attacks, so the Immortals take only 5 damage. I mean 5 hits on the shield, and then it's gone. But right now you have 2 Immortals back here. Creator to pull back the hurt when he does so. Now he needs to target fire. The Immortal is actually the biggest threat right now. Both of them are still alive. He's got such little health from the Colossus and that 1 Immortal, but he's not being able to finish him off. Creator.Prime has got all of these Stalkers and Immortals back there. It looks like his natural will go down, and yet First is not throwing down his connectors over there. He just has a bunch of proxy pylons at this front. I'm going to continue pushing forward and hope. Oh, this is definitely my last series. This is definitely, I'm getting some tea or something after this. So I don't know, but I'm curious about what your voting is saying about who is winning. Looks like you guys are kind of mostly voting for the one known as Creator, which is good. I mean, he's in a little bit of a rough spot right now, but remember, this is a best of 3, guys, and this is just the first game. So who knows what is going to be able to happen. First has a very nice, actually, just very good because contained at this point. He's getting his natural expansion now. He's managed to actually kill off 7 probes, and their worker counts are basically even, but we have a snipe on the observer there, and now Creator's going to be perfectly free to take a look at the army down here, and looking at that army, he knows he cannot actually pressure them, and he's getting a Twilight Council. Interesting. I don't know if he's going to try and get DTs, Archons, or possibly Blink, but he's not going to be able to get into this game, back in this game, going for Colossus, that's for sure. He needs to go for something besides Colossus, because he will never catch up in the Colossus count anymore. Especially with the fact that First can easily throw down a second Robo and continue moving along. Right now, it's just add on more gateways because he's about to have 2 bases of income, and then he'll be able to steamroll over the front. But he does not. He still has not started extending thermal lance. I think he actually might be doing that on purpose, and having the Colossus just shrouds everything else and makes it harder to technically target fire it. I don't know. It seems like kind of half logical way to think about it. But look at this probe patrolling around, kind of just seeming like it's looking for some kind of warpers that could be picked off. But there we have Creator going to push forward. He's going to pick off that pylon. Will he get? Whoa! Be really careful. Force field. Locks in 1 single Stalker, which is actually a really important pick off. Any unit lost by Creator right now is terrible. So the fact that we are seeing that getting killed is really, really important. Here we have this pylon getting destroyed, and now we're going to see Creator pushing out the bridge. Gotta be careful. Like, once again, a single unit gets forced off, and that is definitely worth it. So this natural expansion is now fully up and running too. So Creator's being really contained hardcore at the moment. We have him going for another gate. So 4 gates, and he is going to getting this blink out. I guess if you can separate some of his stalkers out, blink forward, and target fire down the Immortals and Colossus is really big. Those are the really important units down there, but we've got the Fares, the forward blink, but they're blinking directly into the Zealots, and look at that! This Colossus didn't even die! The Colossus is still alive, he didn't pick off any of the important units, and GG. GG, still no overlay, kind of annoying, but still nicely played PvP, really calmly done by First. Just pushes forward, simple attack, gets into a good position, does a couple key force fields, destroys the natural expansion, and then just sits back patiently, gets a couple more Colossus, moves along, expands, and makes him just not have any holes. He's not going to be overly aggressive. He's going to force Creator to make the move, and it allows First to go ahead and win the first game. So really well done. He lives up to his name with First. I'm sure he's really annoying when he posts on the forum making say First and has First. The name is just like a First galore. But let's go get the next game.